The grand hall of Aralis Prime shimmered with refracted starlight. 12 suns, each representing a ruling system, cast their spectral light across a dome of living crystal. Beneath that radiant ceiling, hundreds of alien dignitaries gathered, each species displaying its own brand of grandeur. Silver-plated Kalarans whose faces rippled like mercury, towering Kletar wrapped in armor of living vines, and the Aranthi, gold-skinned insectoid beings with eyes like liquid sapphires. And then there was one human. Captain Elias Rourke stood at the center dais, hands clasped behind his back, dress uniform immaculate despite the interstellar heat. His mere presence drew whispers through the crowd. Humanity was young among the stars, barely a century into the galactic stage, but already feared for its unpredictable resilience. Today, however, Rourke wasn't here as a soldier. He was a negotiator, sent to mediate a peace between the Dominion of Oranthi and the Vryn hegemony, two civilizations, locked in a 30-year war over a chain of resource-rich moons. At the far end of the hall sat Queen Cyrell of the Oranthi. Resplendent in her crystalline carapace, wings folded in a regal cascade of violet and gold. Her presence dominated the space. Her gaze, piercing, analytical alien, never once left Rourke as he spoke. And thus, both parties stand to gain from mutual de-escalation, Rourke concluded, his voice calm but firm. The cost of war is infinite. The value of peace, calculable and immediate. The translation nodes hummed. Dozens of languages whispered his words through the hall. For a long, tense moment, no one spoke. Then Ziril rose. Her height dwarfed every being present. Her wings shimmered, scattering prisms across the crystalline walls. Human, she said, her voice like silk drawn over blades. You speak of peace as though it were a trade good. Do you truly believe conflict can be bartered away? Rourke met her gaze. Not bartered, chosen, the hall went silent again. Even the air seemed to hold its breath. Then, to the astonishment of every ambassador present, Queen Ziril descended the dais and approached him directly. Her guards twitched, uncertain, but she waved them away. You fascinate me, she said quietly. Your species bleeds so easily, and yet you stand before empires unflinching. Rourke smiled faintly. We get nervous later. A ripple of laughter passed through the human delegation. Zyril tilted her head, studying him as though examining a curious insect. Perhaps, she murmured, your courage is the very thing the stars lack. Then she turned, to everyone's shock, and declared, the Dominion of Oranthi will honor this peace. A stunned hush fell. Even the Vryn envoys exchanged looks of disbelief. The war was over. Just like that. But the real shock was yet to come. The confession, the summit concluded with ceremony and spectacle. Speeches echoed through the chamber, holographic banners unfurled, and galactic media beams captured every flicker of light. But when the final toast came, Queen Zyril stood once more. I have one final declaration, she said, her voice echoing through the crystalline dome. The room fell still again. Rourke straightened instinctively. She turned toward him, those vast sapphire eyes gleaming with something no translator could quite interpret. I, Ziril of the Oranthi, she said, find myself envious of your kind spirit. In your brief existence, you burn brighter than our suns. And I find myself... She paused. Then in a voice both regal and intimate, she said, I wish you were my husband, human. The hall erupted. Gasps, whispers, a dozen translators stuttered, unable to find a word that matched the human meaning of husband. The Vryn ambassador nearly choked on his luminescent drink. Rourke froze. His brain stalled halfway between did she just propose and I'm definitely getting fired for this. Zyril, unbothered by the pandemonium, simply stood there, luminous and unflinching. Your people, she continued, bind themselves not through dominance or hierarchy, but through choice. 2 lives joined in faith. I envy that. I wish to understand it, to experience it. Rourke cleared his throat. Your Majesty, that's a very kind sentiment, but do not mistake me, she interrupted, raising one elegant claw. This is no frivolous gesture. Among my kind, to speak thus is to recognize a soul equal in strength. The hall fell silent again, waiting for his response. Rourke exhaled slowly. He could feel every camera, every telepathic sense, every alien gaze locked on him. I'm deeply honored, he said finally, "but I think your people might not approve." "They will learn," Zyrel said simply. And with that, she turned and left the hall, leaving a stunned galaxy in her wake. Aftermath for 3 standard weeks. Every interstellar newsfeed ran the same headline: "The alien queen who proposed to a human." Rourke's face appeared on billboards, data streams and memes across 10,000 worlds. Some found it hilarious, others scandalous. A few even romantic diplomatic channels buzzed with confusion. The Terran Alliance scrambled to issue a statement clarifying that no formal engagement has been entered into with any extraterrestrial sovereign at this time. Meanwhile, Rourke couldn't go anywhere without hearing "husband of the Queen" whispered behind him. He tried to ignore it until the day her ship arrived in orbit over Earth. The Visit Her. Vessel was a masterpiece of living metal, an organic cathedral pulsing with light. When it appeared over the Pacific, global defense networks went to high alert until the Oranthe sent a single transmission: "We come to speak with the one called Rourke." Within hours, the world's governments convened at the orbital station Unity Spire. Rourke found himself once again face-to-face with Queen Zyril. Though this time Earth's blue horizon glowed behind her, she inclined her head. "You did not respond to my confession." Rourke rubbed the back of his neck. "I didn't think it was literal." "For me, nothing is more literal," she said. "Among my kind, bonding is sacred. It is not about flesh or form, but alignment of essence." He looked into her luminous eyes. "You mean, like souls?" Her antennae fluttered. "If that is your word, yes. 2 consciousnesses resonating in harmony," Rourke sighed. "Queen Zyril, I'm just a guy from Earth. You rule 12 star systems, and yet your kind does not kneel," she said. "You speak truth to empires. You refuse extinction. You are the first species I have met that loves as fiercely as it fights." Her tone softened. "I wish to learn that love, to understand your bond through you." Rourke's heart thudded painfully. "You're serious." "Utterly." He looked out the viewport at the Earth below, the swirl of clouds, the fragile blue thread of oceans. Humanity was still fragile, still new to the stars. But maybe this was what first contact was really about. Not just treaties or trade routes, but connection. "Then you'll have to start small," he said finally. "On Earth, we call it a date." A date with a queen, to the dismay of several intelligence agencies and at least 3 galactic governments. The first interspecies date took place in a botanical dome on Unity Spire. Rourke had arranged a picnic among Earth flora, ferns, orchids, even a small oak sapling. Zyril studied everything with childlike curiosity. "So fragile," she murmured, touching a leaf with careful claws. "Your world births beauty from weakness." "Yeah," Rourke said, handing her a small cup of tea. "That's kind of our thing." She mimicked his motion awkwardly, sipping the liquid. "It is warm, alive." "That's caffeine," he said. "Fuel of the human race." They spoke for hours, about culture, philosophy, mortality. She described the Oranthe hive mind, how she felt every thought of her people like a symphony beneath her consciousness. He told her about music and how humans used it to share emotion. When he played a recording, an old Earth ballad, soft and sorrowful, her wings shimmered in resonance. "This," she whispered, "is what I wish to know." And in that moment, something shifted. Not romance, not yet, but understanding. The bond months passed. Zyril visited Earth often, always under careful supervision, always accompanied by Rourke. Together, they founded the Cultural Exchange Initiative, a program meant to teach empathy across species. Yet whispers persisted. The Queen and the human were inseparable. Some called it scandal. Others called it history. During one such visit, deep beneath the Oranthe capital's bioluminescent towers, she showed him the Heart Chamber, a vast cathedral where energy threads connected every member of her species. "This is where I feel them," she said softly. "Their fears, their hopes. When one suffers, all do. It is beautiful but heavy." Rourke placed a hand over his chest. "We don't share thoughts like that." "We have to guess." "To trust," she regarded him quietly. "And yet you still choose to care. That is the greater bravery." Then, almost reverently, she extended a crystalline hand. "May I?" He hesitated, then nodded. Her touch was electric. For a heartbeat, he felt her. an immense consciousness filled with light and sorrow and longing. And she felt him in return, his doubt, his humor, his stubborn will to survive. When the connection broke, both stood breathless. "I understand now," she whispered, "what it means to love." The second declaration. A year later, the 12 suns convened once again. The same hall, the same crystalline dome, but this time the galaxy wasn't there to end a war. It was there to witness a beginning. Queen Zyrel stood before the assembly. Once I declared my wish to join my essence to that of a human. I was met with disbelief. A murmur rippled through the crowd. "But now," she continued, "I have learned the meaning of his kind's bond. It is not conquest, it is companionship. Not submission, partnership." She turned to Rourke, who stood beside her. "No, Lo,